feel blessed and spoiled.
Good morning, fam. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me get a light here. This is Robert Anton, robertanton.com. Ooh, I think I'm spitting all over my keyboard and stuff. I'm so sorry. I just had breakfast, right? This morning I decided to make some French toast, right? And I used some sprouted grain wheat bread. And I was like, what am I going to have aside? So I had some eggs, and I actually had some fresh mushrooms in there. So I threw some fresh mushrooms and sauteed and put in some eggs with, well, actually it was just the eggs. I didn't really put anything on them. And just sauteed that up together. And I had the cinnamon toast. French toast, and it was so good, you know. But, you know, on the side I had like some maple syrup, and I also had some salsa for the eggs, you know. But I didn't end up using the salsa because the eggs were so good without it. You know, I hadn't put any salt, anything on it. Just the taste of the mushrooms really like boosted up the flavor. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, wow. Because I know a lot of times when I'm out with friends or something like that, I always chide them. I'm always like, you know, they get their plate and they start piling on salt and pepper and stuff. So why don't you taste the food first and see how it tastes? And generally they're like, oh, well, I know it's not going to have enough. And it's like, you don't know that. You don't know if it's going to be good or not. And as I cook at home, a lot of times I'll always pull out sauces and stuff so when I sit down that they're there. But a lot of times I don't end up using them because I have spiced the food accordingly, you know, or I'm getting more used to not having so much spice in it. One or the other. I don't know which one it is. But that the natural food just tastes really good to me. And what I wanted to offer to you today, my offering to you is start to make your foods with fresh spices and whatnot and have your sauces on the side. But don't put the sauces on until you got a good taste of the food, because a lot of times if the food is already delicious, you don't need the spice. I've got a bottle of salsa that I've had for at least 3 or 4 months, and I use it every now and then. I use a little bit. But I haven't used a lot of it because I haven't needed it. You know, when friends come over especially, you know, I try not to spice my food up too much because I don't want to be overpowering. But especially when friends come over, I want it to be very natural. I want them to taste the taste of the fresh foods. But I also have a bunch of things on the table, you know, spices and whatnot. So if they are, you know, wanting to spice it up, but I always recommend, please, 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 taste it first and really get a good taste of it and see what it tastes like. Because a lot of times they end up not needing, you know, ketchup, salt, pepper, you know, a salsa or whatever else, hot sauce. And I love me some hot sauce. But a lot of times I notice if I put a little cayenne or something in there, I don't even need the hot sauce. So, you know, just spice your foods accordingly. Try to use less and less and taste the naturalness of the fresh foods. Oh my God, I felt so good about my meal this morning, and it was a day that I just decided that I wanted kind of something a little cooked. Usually I'm having, you know, my juices or my green juice or whatever during the day and just eating some fresh fruit. Today I just felt like having some French toast. It just popped into my mind, so I was like, that sounds good. I haven't had that in weeks or months, probably months, beginning of the year sometime. So, yeah, this is what I'm offering to you today. Tell me what you did this morning, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe one morning where you just came up with something. You were like, oh, I could really use that. And you cooked up something that was very, very satisfying for you that day. All right, this is Robert Anton. I'm at robertanton.com. I'll soon be starting a food blog, and I will be posting probably a video about where it's going to be and the address and all that good stuff too. All right, peace. I'm out.
Feel blessed and spoiled.